Good afternoon. I'm going to take a walk in memory of my dad. And I'm going to walk along Shingle Creek Parkway. I do have my tripod with me, but I'm going to try and do this all by hand. This is Shingle Creek. It starts in Brooklyn Park and meanders its way through Brooklyn Park and also through Brooklyn Center, the Camden neighborhood, and Minneapolis. We have a mama duck down here with babies. Let's see if I can close up. Oh, mama duck, it's okay. I've got 30 minutes of time on my phone, so I'm hoping that I can walk one way from east to west along the creek. The sad thing is, this is a very shallow creek, and it has been listed on the DNR and pollution control websites as one of the most polluted ones. It's beautiful, the ducks love it. Let's just keep walking. I'm trying to stay on the shady side because I can't see what I'm videotaping if I'm on the bright side. There's a lot of wild plantings along here, a lot of places to stop and look, and I will be watching very carefully because we have a huge homeless population along here. Hi, duckies. This creek used to be filled with carp and goldfish and other good jolly things. It has changed so much since I was a kid. Shingle Creek is where I grew up along, and it used to be a place that you could go and have beautiful memories and fun. But now it's kind of like really sad to see it get so destroyed. These are all wild plantings. I'm not sure what this plant is, but it's extremely beautiful. Let's keep moving. The Shingle Creek area that I grew up on was in Brooklyn Center, and it was a lot of places where you could go and splash and have fun. Now I wouldn't let kids in it for all the tea and china. It also gets very trashed. People, when you're out, there are things called trash cans. Learn to use them. It makes a huge difference if you do. We're coming up to what I call Creekside Bridge. It's a little walking bridge over the creek. The place I want to get to is what is called Memorial Gardens. Like I said, my dad loved this place. He loved walking in the woods and in the trees and in the beauty. This is Creekside Bridge. Just a wooden bridge that goes over the creek, but it's smooth and easy to walk on. Let's take a look down here. Isn't that gorgeous? It's a place for the water to run and trip over all the rocks and the stones. I'm going to try and keep the graffiti out of the picture. And on this side, it's very quiet, very stable. Trying to look and see if there's any fish. No, not that I can see. They really need to restock it once in a while. Now, once we're over the bridge, we have multiple ways that we can go. And because I'm kind of short on time, I'm going to take the path of least resistance. We're back on the shady side again. And I'm not going to brighten this up at all because it's beautiful just to be in the shade. Don't have to worry about the sun burning you and cooking you. And I'm going to try and do this in 2 pieces. One walking forward, one walking back. Because I have other things I have to do today. I guess this isn't the path of least resistance, or the shortest, because they kind of meander together. There's a lot of homes that are built along the creek. And you can see they have places where they go out and sit just to be a part of Mother Nature. Now, Shingle Creek does flood. And at times it can flood horribly. I've seen it come up and over bridges and roadways and be a heck of a mess. I'm not going to walk in there because there's also poison ivy in there. And I'm trying to avoid that. Kind of like having my skin and not itchy. But I thought you would all enjoy this. I will put some links about Shingle Creek on the comment area below. But as you can see, it's a beautiful place to walk. And there are houses on that side also. I'm hoping to come up to Memorial Garden and thank my dad for being my dad and always caring about us kids and watching over us. They have done some planting along here, but along with that they don't maintain it, which is kind of sad. And makes me kind of wish that they would do something to maintain it a little better. A lot of wild things live along this creek. I've seen deer and rabbits and squirrels and all sorts of interesting little things that live along here. A lot of bird life. Ducks. Used to see pheasants along here. Used to see all sorts of things. Now supposedly this is Memorial Garden from here all the way to over here. But it doesn't look like it has a lot of memorials to it. The one thing I am going to do is I'm going to light some incense to remember my dad. Tell him that I love him. Wish him a happy 86th birthday in heaven. Pop, if you can hear me, I miss you. I always will. I wish that you could see your 3 great-grandchildren, Jordan, Caleb, and Danielle. They are the spitting images of our Danish culture. Blonde, blue-eyed, rambunctious, cute as the dickens. I'll be right back. Okay, they're all lit, or at least some of them are. Dad, this is in honor of you and your memory. Please know that your family misses you greatly and really wishes that you were still here. If nothing else, to see your great-grandchildren. I love you. I miss you. This is in honor of you and your memory. Okay, I'm walking back. I had to try and avoid a gentleman that was in a wheelchair along the path here. But you can see I've got my incense lit. I just have to find some place where I can set them up. They didn't light very good. So I'm going to pause here and try and relight them now that I'm a little further away from people. And I'll be back shortly. There, I think I've got them all lit now. Let's switch hands, hang on. If I can find a quiet spot where I can sit, I'm going to sit with these for a little bit. I'm also kind of watching because Walgreens is missing a ton of their carts for shopping, and they cannot order anymore. And if I see some, I'm going to either take a picture or do something so that they can tag them where I see them. You can see where things would be gorgeous and beautiful. They don't mow right down to the creek, which is a good thing. It stops a lot of the contamination and crap. Now, up ahead of me is Creekside Apartments. It's a place I would love to move into. But the rents, of course, are really high. So let's keep walking. Like I said, I'm going to try to avoid some of this graffiti that's sitting here. Now, if you go that direction, you can get back out to Brooklyn Blvd. There used to be houses all along back here, but when they turned this into a walking trail, they abolished the houses. Took them over, but it's a pretty walking trail. We're back to the bridge. This time I'm going to try and take from the west side of the bridge a little better. Like I said, it's really shallow. It's really rocky. When we used to play in it as kids, we used to play at a place called Monkey Falls, where the water ran over concrete abutments that they had put in. And they've pretty much taken most of them out because of the fact that they aren't safe. And they pollute the water. Plus, along with that, they tend to pull the fish up above the concrete, and they can't get down. And once they get down, they're in territory that is not their own. Like I said, there used to be a lot of houses along here, but they've also built up a ton of condos now, and very expensive condos through this area. But we try very hard to stay out of this. I see some of the neighbors out talking at Shingle Creek, or at Creekside Gables. They have something that I would love to get into, and that is they have a garden program for the community. We used to have a swimming pool back here, but looks like they turned that into an office area. Like I said, I'm kind of walking back into the sun a little more. All the trash. It just makes me sick to see all the trash. There are waste containers all the way along here. All you have to do is stop, put your garbage in the waste. You don't have to leave it along the creek. Isn't that pretty? They have a barbecue area. It's just gorgeous. The incense are still burning, and they're beautiful. May the scent of these go to heaven and please my Father. I'm going to walk up here a little further. There was a lot of little ducks up here. Oh yeah, they're still here. They're just in the shade. Another area that's really pretty is see how they did the rocks along here? It's just gorgeous. Like I said, I'm trying to stay out of some of the taller stuff because it has poison ivy in it. And I happen to have a very nasty reaction to that stuff. So there's a mama duck. There's a bunch of little duckies. Hi, duckies. Aren't you gorgeous? We're sitting up here in the shade where it's safe, where it's cool. It's not supposed to be so hot today, but it is. It has been extremely warm up until the last couple of days. We had major thunderstorms the other night. 6 tornadoes in all. That's a bunch. Kind of back to where I started. So I'm going to stop here and rest for a little bit so my knees don't give out. Perfect place for sitting. Hi, little duckies. Didn't think about it. I should have brought you guys some bread. There's also a place down there where you can go and sit, but it's got some real steep steps and don't feel like falling into the creek. Baby ducks have all pretty much grown up. There's a few little tiny ones down here, but very few. And after the rescue out of our swimming pool, I wish I'd taken Mama and walked her up here with the babies in a box. She would have had a fair fighting chance instead of trying to get to the creek on her own. Those little ducks are so cute. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a hen that's making a chuckling sound. It's usually when they're very happy. Hi, little duckies. Like I said, these are all probably this year's hatch. Because they all look like females still. They haven't gotten their plumage change yet. This area is great for bird life. I've seen little yellow finches, I've seen goldfinches, I have seen little bluebirds. I've seen all sorts of gorgeous little babies along here. Well, my incense are getting burnt down here. Trying to set them so the smoke doesn't get into my camera. Maybe I will try walking down into this little steps area. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Another piece of garbage, but I don't have the proper gear to pull it out today. I wish people wouldn't do stuff like this, but we're a lot closer to the creek. There's Mama Duck with 1, 2, 3 little babies over there. Not sure if you can see them. I'm going to boot up the image here a little bit. She's got 3 little ducklings swimming behind her. They are so cute. Make that poor little ducklings. They are so cute. She must have lost her first clutch. And that's why they sometimes will second clutch. But she's staying very carefully on the other side of the creek. She doesn't want to be too close to people. I'm going to put this in the ground here and find a place where I can dig it in, because it's getting very close to burning my fingers. Hi, Mama Duck. Make that 5 little babies. Ooh, they're fast. Aren't they cute? They're so sweet when they're little. Now, Shingle Creek goes under Zane Avenue, right there, and there's a lot of traffic over it. So I'm trying to sit a little ways away from the traffic so that you can hear me. Dad, I know you can hear us and see us. I miss you always. We all miss you. Sue and David are on a cruise in Budapest and Czechoslovakia all the way up the Danube River to Germany. And they're having great fun. Little kids are the little kids. Steve and Mark are doing fine. Mom is hanging in there doing good. We all love you. We all miss you. We all wish you were here. We miss your humor and your hugs, and just miss you a lot. So I want to thank you all for watching. This is probably the longest video I've ever done, but I wanted to make sure to honor my dad on his birthday. Happy 86th birthday, Dad, in heaven. We love you, we miss you, we honor you. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.